name is Swetha Kalyan. I'm with Salesforce. How are you doing today, ma'am?
Good. How are you? I'm Pat Thomas, VP of Sales and Marketing with Advanced Acoustics.
I've heard so much about you and your company. Sam tells me so much. And I'm just excited to be talking with you today in your hectic schedule.
Yes, thank you for meeting with me. How do you know Sam, by the way?
Oh, Sam and I go way back. We're just family friends. And funny story, I just saw him at a cookout this past weekend, and he told me about you and your company and how you guys are interested in a new CRM system. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. We definitely are looking for something that's more up to date, something more advanced, technologically advanced that will help us improve ourselves.
Yes, and that's why I'm here for you today. I hope I can find a viable solution for you. And before we start, is there anyone else who needs to be here, or is it just you?
For now, it'll just be me. Alex, who is our president, he's the one who's in charge of making that final decision. He's out of town right now, so he can meet with us next week.
Oh, perfect. Well, that works for me. Before we start, I just want to give you my business card. So that has all my personal information on there. If in case you had any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me.
Thank
all right? No problem. So I understand we still have 10 minutes of your time today?
Yes, we're still good on 10.
Perfect. That's just what I want to hear. All right. So is it okay if I take notes, ma'am?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Advanced Acoustics. So tell me maybe something interesting about your company that most people wouldn't know at a first glance.
All right. Well, a lot of people, they know that we're a stereo-based company, but they don't know that our company has been increasing 10% yearly, which is a really good thing, something that we hope to expand on or increase, definitely.
Okay, that sounds nice. Well, how many dealers do you have nationwide?
Right now we have 300 dealers.
300. Okay. So in my understanding, you have 4 regional managers. Is that correct?
Correct.
So how many sales representatives?
Right now we only have 20.
20. Okay. So why just 20? You have 300 dealers. Why just 20 sales representatives?
We like to keep a small team with our company.
Okay.
Just because, well, for the most part, most of our employees have been here for a long time, so our communication is really well on that. And we also hire and train within the company, so we're not really looking to hire new management or new people that might not be interested in the position.
Okay, I definitely understand that. So how important would you say is the communication following up with these dealers and sales representatives?
It's very important. It helps us with our sales, increasing them first of all, and kind of keeping our customers coming back to us.
Okay, so you would say that the general staff of like all of your businesses and retail stores nationwide, my bad, generally good. You don't have any problems with the management team?
No, we're all really close with one another. Like I mentioned before, we've had a lot of people here since we opened, so we have that loyalty within our employees, and the communication is really good too.
Okay, so again, I just have to ask this question because I'm curious. What current system do you use?
Right now, we just use Microsoft Outlook and Excel. Really basic. We're a little old school, and we've had it since we've opened. So yeah, we're looking for something more advanced.
Sam mentioned to me that you're looking for a new system, and I was wondering, well, you guys are such a big business. I wonder what kind of changes you might want, and now I have my answer. So Microsoft Excel, as in my knowledge, is still a pretty good system. So what are other features that you like about it?
It's really user-friendly. It helps with the employees that we have now, the people that we have on our team. It really helps them to manage through it, to navigate through the program. And if we hire anyone new, for the most part, we have people who already have that background with Excel, so it's really easy for them to use.
Okay. So what about the security for this system? Do you guys have a pretty good security, or?
Well, it's a very basic security. For the most part, it's just a simple login that each employee has whenever they get on their computer. So
okay.
Real basic.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, ma'am, 10 being the best, 1 being not so great, what would you rate your current system?
I would give it about a 5.
5? Okay. So why a 5?
Well, 5, how I mentioned before, it's just user-friendly. It's really easy to use. Our employees can navigate through it real easily, and it's easy to input information. But the reason why it's not a complete 10 are the tedious work that it takes to automatically or manually input that data.
Okay, so you want like easier communication, you want real-time data in one place, because basically you're saying you can't get to the information fast, and
Right.
to update it takes time, correct?
I also want my employees to kind of stay on the same page and see what everyone else is inputting.
Okay, so how long does it take for one sales to be closed and reported back to you?
Usually within 1 or 2 days. Just
Okay.
depends how much information is given. But the latest, I would say about a week.
A week.
Mm-hmm.
That say like maybe because of delays, maybe because of system lags, or what?
Yeah,
other
there's
reasons?
just different factors that go into it. Just some information wasn't put in all the way.
Okay.
And like how I mentioned before, just the tedious of putting it in manually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that and it would definitely, I would definitely like for it to decrease something quicker.
Okay, so how much time do you personally take to gather this information to update it on the system?
It takes about a few hours, just
Hours.
depending on the information that we've gathered and how many sales we close for that week or for that day, let's say.
Okay.
But yes, how I mentioned before, I definitely would want something faster.
Okay, so how does this issue that we're talking about right here, the issue of not being able to store data as much or as quickly or as viably, how does this affect your sales team? How does this affect your customers? How does this affect you?
It affects our sales team in the way that not everyone might be on the same page, or as far as what information is being put in. One example that we had, or it was very bad actually, we had one member who contacted a client, a really good client of ours, and they took in their information, closed the deal, and as they're putting the information, my other member didn't have access to that. So that was a problem, and then later on they called them, and then our client was concerned, thinking maybe it was like someone trying to pretend it was us, gathering their personal information, and it looks really bad on us.
Yeah.
It makes us look very unprofessional and unorganized.
I can understand that, man. So let me recap all of this. From what you're saying, I understand that you want a system that allows easier communication within the organizational structure.
Right.
You want a database which allows your management team to capture real-time data in one place.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of this, you still want it to be user-friendly, because you're using Microsoft Excel right now. You would appreciate more user-friendly systems.
Yeah, we want to keep that very, very easy to use.
Okay, so these three factors are there, and then your security, once again. Obviously, if you are getting a new system, do you want a better security system? Do you have a 24-hour technical support currently, or?
We would definitely like a better security, just as I mentioned, just the use of personal information that we gather from our clients. So that would be very important to us and very useful, of course.
Okay.
As far as technical support, we don't have it accessible all the time, because we have that person that comes in just during the week and during those business hours. We would definitely like someone who can be available at all times.
Okay, well, good news. We definitely do have a 24/7 hour
Perfect.
technical system, which I'm going to make sure is going to be in your package.
Yes, great.
So again, let me recap again. Easier communication, real-time data in one place, user-friendly, and way better security system.
Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned customer base expansion. So let me say hypothetically, I got all these problems sorted out for you. I customized a package which addressed all your needs, all of what I've mentioned as well. Do you think this will help you accomplish your company goals?
I would definitely hope so. It's something that will definitely help. That technological advance is something that we're looking for, obviously, to help us with real-time access and just kind of speed things up and make sure there aren't any errors.
Maybe expand internationally?
Yes, hopefully.
Perfect. That sounds, like almost a done deal, and I definitely know that I can find a viable solution for you. Is there any time next week that you're free, ma'am, that I can meet up with you and present you these options?
Yes, Alex gets back Thursday, so we can meet up Thursday
afternoon, maybe 3 p.m.?
That works. 3 p.m. works.
Perfect. Well, it was so nice to meet you, ma'am, and I thank you again for giving me your time of day in your hectic schedule. Thank you. And I'll be sure to reach out to you next week. But before that, if you need to add any details, if you need to let me know anything, just concerns, feel free to reach out to me, all right?
Perfect. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice
one.
day.